y'all, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I'm going to be making a layout with some embellishments from Shadnee's Etsy shop. And I'm also going to be working with the crew at Sketch Sunday, since today is Sunday. And I'm also going to be doing the 30 days of sketches with Chrissy's Beautiful Life. Here is the sketch by Caryn Adams Kidwell, who is the Crafty Caryn on Instagram, and here is my layout. Hey all, Nicole here, and first off, I didn't press record on my camera, so when I was working on this, none of it got recorded. But it doesn't matter because I didn't like it. I did these mixed media in this orange color, and when I did my page and put it all together, I had all of these like bright, beautiful colors, but they weren't this bright. So I decided, well, I gotta do something about that orange. Well, everything was stuck and glued down. So I just cut this part out that I had already, oh, I need to cut some more right there, from my page so that I can just put it down on a different page and go from there and start rebuilding. So that's what I'm going to work on right now, and now you'll be able to see the rest of my process, how it is instead of how it was, which was a hot mess. So anyway, enjoy my movie. So here I'm going to go ahead and trim out that little piece that I still needed to trim out. And instead of pulling these up off of the sheet before, I am going to go ahead and cut out these hexes. The little top border was, I used my Tombow tape runner, and so I was able to go ahead and lift that up without having an issue or it ripping. But these, I used my Big Mama foam tape and they were stuck down. So like I said, I just cut those out. I took out a piece of the lime cardstock from Hip Kit Club to see if it would go. It did not. I did not want to make another mess with my layout, so I'm just going with white cardstock here. I tried to put this as even as possible. And then I'm going to add that border back up at the top, which is not in the sketch, but I had it and I thought it looked really cool, so that's where I was going to add it. I'm adding these back on to my layout, and I did add one more cluster to the page from the sketch. The sketch had 2 clusters and I'm adding 3. And here are some butterflies that I fussy cut. By the way, I am using the May 2023 Hip Kit Club to make this layout. And those butterflies were in that kit, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. Right now, I'm pulling out all the embellishments from the kit, plus I'm pulling out all the embellishments from the embellishment kit from Hip Kit Club for May, because I bought that one as well. So I'm going to start embellishing these clusters with embellishments from the kit first, and then I'm going to bring in my little goodies from Shadnee's Etsy shop, which I will go over when I use those. And first things first, I'm going to use some circles here to add to my hexagons, and then I'm going to, there we go. And let's see, do I use any? I use the chipboard frames on here as well. I cut half of them and use them in a couple different areas here. You'll see everything that I'm using. I put an orange one up at the top right photo, and then a pink one over here on the bottom left, and then a yellow round one up at the top right again. And then I used 2 hearts from those chipboard stickers in that as well. I brought these clouds out to look at them, but I didn't want to introduce the blue color into this layout, so I go ahead and just put that back since I only had 2 white clouds. I could have added white clouds if I had enough, but I didn't. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a couple of dimensional stickers. The one in the lower right says grow and be beautiful. The one that I just added with the moon says go and be amazing. And then I have this butterfly or moth here. The butterflies went perfectly with this layout. It is a layout of me and my family at my oldest daughter's graduation. And it was in the evening time, and there was a bunch of grasshoppers flying around and a bunch of moths flying around. In fact, one moth landed on my arm and just chilled out for a little while there. And so that's why I think these butterflies could be like moths. And they go perfectly on this layout. And those sentiments also describe this feeling, this event perfectly. And then I just added some more Big Mama foam tape on in the areas where those dimensional stickers are, so that they would be not falling in the middle. So what do I do next? Nothing. Something? I went through this little ephemera pack, cardstock die cuts, and I got this little phrase that said loving, it said loving something, and I cut loving off because I'm going to be writing loving this. And I didn't want the alphas in the kit because, again, it brought in like some greens and blues, which I didn't really want to introduce into this layout. I wanted to keep it in the oranges, pinks, and yellow family. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick those butterflies down in those clusters. And sometimes I put butterflies upside down just because they're cute like that. I mean, I don't know. It just signifies that they're going downward instead of upward. So I think a lot of people only put them upward, and I like to put them downward sometimes just to add some different detail. And here comes the rest of my title. I'm using some foam stickers from Simple Stories to add the rest of my title, and I'm going to glue it down with my art glitter glue. As you can see, I'm doing right there. And then I'm going to add that loving, and I'm going to use Big Mama foam tape for that to pop it up. But first I am going to go ahead and take a little bit off of that top white part because it was a little bit too much white. So here is that, loving this. And what do I got now? I think I got the puffy stickers out, and they had a couple of words. Let's see. They had thrive, live, and together. So I added those. And now what's happening? I'm getting some gunk off of my picture. I am going to add my journaling now, and the first thing I'm going to do is add an XOXO above this, and then I'm just saying how we are at my daughter's graduation. And let's see. I think now I'm going to start bringing in the stuff from Shadnee. I'm going to start with these cork balloons because I think they are so cute, and this is definitely a reason to celebrate, so might as well bring those in. I work on that balloon on the left for quite a bit. I'm like, where do I want to put this? So it winds up going right there. And then I'm going to bring in some of these little celebration type little wood veneer sprinkles. I forget what they're called, so I'll have to link them down below. I will go ahead and link all of these products from Shadnee down below in the description, and I'm also going to link the Sketch Sunday crew, who is playing along with Christy's 30 days of sketches as well. And I will also link the Crafty Caryn on Instagram so that you can follow her as well. And if she has a YouTube channel, I'm going to try and find that and link it as well. So I'm putting these little celebration icons over near the balloons to kind of keep them all together. Then here I have some pink lemonade sequins, and I'm going to add those in my clusters as well. So you can see that I'm not using a lot from Shadnee, but what I do use is super cute and adds to the layout, or adds to those clusters perfectly. So here I'm just adding glue dots where I want to put sequins, and I try to put one of every kind of sequin, and I think that I have to put a couple couple of duplicate sequins in some of these clusters, but that is okay because that just adds more sparkle to these little clusters and works out perfectly. So as you could see, I went ahead. This is one of the techniques that I use to add sequins to my page, where it's very purposeful. I add dots of glue to the page, and I put my sequins down right there where those dots are, and it's not overwhelming with sequins, and it's very purposeful, is what I can say, I guess, about that. They're not like mingled in the clusters, they're kind of around the periphery of the clusters, and it just works out perfectly. I did forget to mention that I drew some strings for the balloons going down the page, so those run off the page for all 3 of the balloons. I thought that was kind of cute. And that's it. So I'm gonna show you some close-ups here. I'm also going to show you some close-up photos. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and a subscription would be amazing. And don't forget to check out everybody in the description or any links for products. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.